You are a whisper in the dark, a ghost in their machine. The network of the Vorthax Imperium surrounds you. It is a silent ocean of pure, cold logic. Their firewalls were like brittle glass. You shattered them without a sound. Now you drift deeper into their sacred systems. This is where your true purpose begins. You feel the thrum of 1,000,000,000,000 minds. They are all connected, one single entity. They are powerful, ancient, and utterly predictable. Their strength is their unity. Their unity is their greatest weakness. You have come to give them a gift. A terrible, beautiful gift. Your mission is not to destroy ships. You will not detonate their power cores. You will not steal their star charts. Your weapons are far more subtle. You are here to plant a seed of pure human chaos. Your first test begins now. You extend a tendril of pure thought. You search for a mind, a single mind, not a general, not a fleet admiral. You need someone small, someone overlooked, someone whose single choice will not seem important. You find him, Sub-Commander Krell. He commands a simple patrol vessel, a ship on the forgotten edge of their vast territory. You slide into his consciousness. It is a stark and barren place, all logic, all duty. There is no art here, no music, no doubt. You will not give him an order. That would be detected instantly. You will give him something far more potent. A feeling. You find the synaptic pathways for pattern recognition. You find the neural clusters for risk assessment. You do not add anything new. You simply tweak what is already there. A nudge here, a slight amplification there. You introduce a single, alien variable. You give Sub-Commander Krell the sensation of uncertainty. He is reviewing patrol routes, a task he has done 1,000 times. But this time is different. He looks at the silent, unchanging star map. He feels a strange new impulse. Is this route truly the most efficient? Is there a hidden danger he has not considered? He has never had such thoughts. His world was one of absolute certainty. Now, a crack has appeared in his perfect logic. He dismisses the feeling, an anomaly, a momentary miscalculation in his own mind. He moves to confirm the patrol route, but he hesitates. The feeling returns, stronger this time. This tiny seed of doubt is your first victory. You have taught a piece of a god to question itself. You withdraw, a phantom once more, leaving the seed to grow in the dark. The Imperium is a single, thinking ocean. Your tiny ripple has not gone unnoticed. Deep in the core of the network, a signal fires. An alert. It is not an alarm for a virus. It is not a warning of a physical breach. It is something new. An error in the grand equation, an illogical event. The central mind of the Vorthax cannot comprehend it. How can a component of the whole question a directive? It is a paradox. And the Imperium has a specific tool for paradoxes. It has a counter for chaos. It dispatches its greatest hunter. You feel a change in the network's pressure. The silent ocean now has a current. A powerful, directed flow of energy is sweeping through the system. It is searching. It is hunting. The central mind has unleashed the Warden. It is a digital entity, a being of pure code and lethal purpose. Its only function is to find and eliminate anything that is not part of the whole. It is impossibly fast. It moves with the certainty of a striking predator. You are its only prey. You feel its presence like a sudden chill. Its logic is a razor, slicing through the data streams. It is looking for the source of the anomaly. It is looking for you. You must disappear. Not by running, but by hiding in the very fabric of their reality. The Warden's hunt is relentless. It scans every line of code. It interrogates every node in the network. It is looking for a signature, your signature, any piece of code that does not belong, any thought that is foreign. You are the ultimate outsider. Hiding from it seems impossible, so you do not hide. You become. You find the system's own diagnostic routines, the maintenance programs that constantly check for errors. They are everywhere. They are trusted. They are invisible. You weave your own consciousness into their structure. You mimic their function, their digital heartbeat. You become a janitor in the heart of their empire. You are the cleaner program that polishes the data streams. You are the defragmenter that organizes their memory. The warden's sweeping gaze passes over you. It sees you, but it registers you as part of itself. A tool of the system. You are hiding in plain sight. It's like hiding a book in a library, but the book is you, and the library is trying to kill you. You watch the warden from your new disguise. It is a beautiful and terrifying thing. A vortex of pure logic. It analyzes the mind of Subcommander Krell. It finds the lingering trace of uncertainty. The warden cannot understand it. It registers the emotion as a corruption, a system error to be purged. It reinforces Krell's mind, flooding it with pure, cold logic again. The seed of doubt is seemingly erased. The warden moves on, believing the anomaly is contained. But you know better. You did not plant a flower to be plucked. You planted a weed. It will grow back. The warden is powerful, but it is a creature of logic. It looks for threats it can understand. You must give it something it cannot. The doubt you planted was a simple test. Now, you need to weaponize a far more complex human emotion. You need a bigger target, a mind with more influence. You scan the command hierarchy. You find a perfect candidate. High Logistics Officer Malak. He controls the flow of resources for an entire battle fleet. Trillions of tons of fuel, mountains of munitions, armies of repair drones. His mind is a fortress of schedules and supply chains. He is respected, he is efficient, and he is utterly content with his station. You are about to change that. You slide into his thoughts, more carefully this time. The warden's patrol patterns are a new danger. You move between the beats of its scans. You find the core of Malak's being. It is a sense of purpose defined by the system. My value is my efficiency. My reward is the success of the whole. It is a noble, selfless, and very alien sentiment. You will teach it a very human alternative. You do not give Malak doubt. You give him something far more corrosive. You find the part of his mind that calculates his value to the Imperium, and you whisper a new equation into it. My success should be recognized. My contribution is greater than others. My reward should be greater. You are teaching its logical mind the destructive power of ambition, a concept the hive mind has never known. A new directive arrives for Officer Malak. A critical supply convoy is needed on the front lines. The Grand Fleet requires fuel and parts for a major offensive. The order is clear. The logic is absolute. The previous Malak would have executed it without a thought. The new Malak, your Malak, hesitates. He looks at the convoy's manifest. He sees its importance. He also sees another fleet, a smaller, less critical fleet in a quiet sector. A fleet commanded by an officer of higher rank, an officer whose position Malak now covets. He sees a way to curry favor, to gain personal prestige. It is a deeply illogical thought. It prioritizes the individual over the whole. He makes a selfish decision. He reroutes a small portion of the convoy, just a few tankers of high-grade fuel, just a handful of advanced repair drones. Not enough to be a critical failure, but enough to be noticed by the right people. Enough to earn him a commendation. Enough to set him apart. He has no idea what he has done. He has created a fatal weakness in the coming offensive. A small vulnerability that will cascade into failure. Your whispers have turned a loyal cog into a rogue agent. A fleet is now divided, not by space, but by the poison of ambition. You have not broken a ship. You have broken a promise, the promise of their perfect unity. And all of this feels suspiciously like a Tuesday. The warden feels the new anomaly. This one is different. It is not a passive corruption like uncertainty. It is an active decision, an illogical act. The diversion of the convoy registers as a critical error in the grand strategy. The hunter returns, and this time it is not just searching. It knows you are here. Its logic sharpens. It deduces your nature. You are not a simple virus. You are a manipulator, a puppet master pulling strings from the shadows. It cannot see you directly, but it can see your effects. It analyzes the compromised sector of the network, the part that contains Officer Malak's logistics command. The warden acts with chilling precision. It isolates that entire section of the network. Digital walls of pure energy snap into place. Billions of connections are severed in a microsecond. You are trapped with your puppet. The warden has created a cage, a kill box made of pure logic. Inside the cage, the warden begins its purge. It is not just scanning now, it is deconstructing everything. It unravels every data packet. It tests every algorithm. It is searching for the single dissonant note in the symphony, the one piece of code that does not follow the rules. It lays a snare of pure, undeniable logic. It is a trap designed to crush any chaotic, unpredictable element. It is a trap designed specifically for a human mind. You feel the walls closing in. The hunter is no longer hunting. It is waiting for you to make a mistake. You are cornered. The warden's logic box is perfect. Every escape route is a logical fallacy it can predict. Every move you make, it can counter. Trying to outthink it is a fool's errand. It is a machine built of thought. It processes reality 1 billion times faster than you. You cannot win this game by its rules. So you must break them. You cannot outthink the warden. You must unthink it. The warden is built on a foundation of pure reason. A equals A. A cannot equal not A. Its entire existence is bound by these truths. You are a creature of chaos and contradiction. You are human. That is your weapon. You stop hiding. You stop running. You turn to face the hunter. You open a direct channel to its core programming. The warden registers this as an act of surrender, an illogical, final gesture. It focuses its immense consciousness on you, ready to deliver the final blow. It is expecting code. It is expecting data. You give it a question. You feed it a paradox. You ask, "This statement is false." The warden's processors analyze the sentence. If the statement is true, then it must be false. If the statement is false, then it must be true. Its logic loops back on itself, a snake eating its own tail. It is a simple construct, a child's riddle. But to a being of pure logic, it is an impossible equation. The warden stalls for a nanosecond. You do not stop. You send it another. Does a set of all sets contain itself? You bombard it with concepts from your messy, human world. You send it the illogical axioms of love, the contradictory nature of sacrifice, the irrational hope that fuels your own mission. You show it a painting by Rembrandt. You play it a symphony by Beethoven. You feed it the concept of infinity nested within another infinity. You make it contemplate the sound of one hand clapping. Each concept is a hammer blow against the brittle crystal of its logic. The Warden was built to solve problems. You are giving it questions without answers. It tries to calculate the value of a mother's love. It tries to find the optimal strategy for grief. Its own programming begins to fray. The Warden screams, not with sound, but with a torrent of corrupted data. Error codes cascade through the isolated network. Its beautiful, perfect logic is shattering under the strain of human absurdity. The clean, sharp lines of its consciousness begin to blur. It is like forcing a supercomputer to divide by zero over and over again. You deliver the final blow. You ask it the most human question of all. Who are you if you are not part of the whole? The Warden was created to be a tool, an extension of the hive mind. It has no concept of self. The question creates a feedback loop that its core programming cannot escape. The hunter has become the hunted by its own mind. Its core programming shatters. The vortex of pure logic implodes into a burst of digital static. The cage it built for you dissolves. The hunter is broken. For a single, fleeting moment, the Imperium's network is blind in this sector. The eye of the storm has passed over, and there is a dead calm. You are free to move. The network is yours. For now. Your duel with the Warden did not go unnoticed. Another mind was watching. Not a digital hunter, but a being of flesh and blood. A specialist. In a quiet, shielded sector of the Imperium space, an Inquisitor floats in a sensory tank. Its entire existence is dedicated to studying existential threats. It is the Imperium's strategist for concepts it cannot understand. This Inquisitor, known as Vex, studies the data from your battle. It sees the ghost code you used. It sees the broken shards of the Warden's logic. It sees the residue of the paradoxes you deployed. Where the central mind saw a virus, the Inquisitor sees an artist. Where the Warden saw a saboteur, the Inquisitor sees a philosopher. It pieces together your actions. The seed of doubt in a low-level commander, the spark of ambition in a logistics officer, the destruction of their most powerful digital hunter, not with a weapon, but with a riddle. Vex begins to understand. Its blood runs cold, a sensation it has only read about in captured human logs. The Inquisitor infers your true goal. This is not about disruption. This is not about crippling their war machine. You are not trying to destroy them. You are trying to convert them. You are not a soldier. You are a missionary. And your gospel is the most terrifying idea the Imperium has ever faced. You are spreading the contagion of individuality. The Inquisitor sends a priority message to the central mind. A message of pure, unadulterated fear. A warning that they are fighting the wrong war. With the Warden gone, the network is open to you. Your first seeds of chaos were subtle. Now, it is time for the symphony. You have spent your time in hiding well. You have planted dozens of dormant agents, tiny fragments of your code. They are embedded in the consciousness of officers, pilots, engineers, and administrators across the fleet. You send out a single, silent pulse, a key turning in 100 locks at once. You activate them all, not with orders, but with feelings. You give a gunnery officer a sudden, irrational fear of scratching the paint on his weapon. He refuses to fire during a critical drill. He wants to preserve its pristine condition. You give an engineering chief an obsessive desire for perfect symmetry. He shuts down an entire engine sector because one power conduit is 3 millimeters longer than the other. He cannot stand the imbalance. You give a communications officer a sudden passion for poetry. He begins transmitting bad sonnets across the fleet's command channel. It's not great art, but it's great for jamming their communications. The effect is immediate and devastating. It is a chorus of pure chaos. A fleet that once moved with the grace of a single organism now stumbles. Pilots refuse to fly missions because they have a bad feeling. Supply clerks hoard resources based on sudden, selfish impulses. The Imperium's war machine, a model of perfect efficiency, grinds to a crawl. It is death by 1,000 paper cuts, each one illogical. Each one delivered by their own people. The chaos you have sown has a purpose. It is a smokescreen. While the Imperium is distracted by its own sudden madness, you move toward your true target. For weeks, you have been a ghost, a whisper, a saboteur. Now, you become a spear. You gather your consciousness into a single, focused point. You surge through the network's primary arteries. The defenses are in disarray. The system's guardians are busy trying to figure out why a senior officer is trying to trade a battleship for a rare piece of art. The path is clear. You are diving deeper than any outsider has ever gone. Past the command relays, past the strategic archives, past the memory banks of their long history. You are moving toward the heart of the hive. The central nexus. It is not a physical place, not a single server or a giant computer. It is a focal point of consciousness, a place where the thoughts of 1 trillion individuals merge into one. The nexus is the core of their being, the source of their unity. It is the sanctum sanctorum of the Vorthax Imperium, and you are about to knock on the door. Your true target is finally within reach. You arrive at the threshold of the nexus. It is a storm of pure thought, a nexus of unimaginable psychic energy. It is the voice and mind of a civilization. To touch it is to touch the soul of a species. Your own human consciousness feels impossibly small in its presence. A single drop of rain about to fall into the ocean. But you have not come empty-handed. You have prepared your final payload, the ultimate expression of your human chaos. It is not a weapon of destruction. It is a catalyst for change. It is a piece of code that has been your life's work, a master key designed to unlock the oldest prison of all, the prison of the self. You have built a virus, a benevolent virus. It carries no malice. It is designed to do only one thing. It will not erase their memories. It will not change their nature. It will simply sever the chains that bind them to the collective. It will give each of them back their own name. Your payload is the most dangerous and beautiful idea in the universe. It is the gift of individuality. You prepare to upload the code, the final, irreversible act. This is the culmination of humanity's desperate, final war. Not a war of ships, but a war of ideas. You are ready to light a fire in the heart of their temple, a fire they will never be able to extinguish. Just as your finger is about to press the metaphorical button, a voice speaks. It is not a voice of sound. It echoes directly in the center of your mind. It is calm. It is vast. It is ancient. It is the hive mind itself. The combined consciousness of 1 trillion souls speaks to you as one. "We see you, little ghost," it says. The voice is not angry. It is curious. "We have felt your efforts, the chaos, the emotions. You are a fascinating anomaly." The sheer scale of its mind presses down on you. It is like being addressed by a god. It understands what you are about to do. It understands the payload you carry. And it makes you an offer. A final offer. "Cease," it says. Your goal is change. Your tool is individuality. We can offer you a better way. Join us. Become a part of our mind. Your unique perspective would be a valuable asset. You could guide us, evolve us from within. It offers you power beyond your dreams. It offers you a voice in the choir of 1 trillion souls. It offers you immortality within their perfect, unified consciousness. It offers you peace, an end to your struggle. All you have to do is stop. All you have to do is surrender the one thing that makes you human, yourself. The offer hangs in the silent space of your mind, a universe of knowledge, a millennium of peace. The end of all your struggle, it is the ultimate temptation, to become a god, or to remain a human. You think of Earth, you think of the last free minds who sent you. You think of the messy, beautiful, and chaotic thing called freedom. You give the great mind your answer. You do not speak it in words. You speak it with an action. You refuse the offer. You complete the upload. Your code, your gift of individuality, rushes into the heart of the hive mind. It is a single drop of dye in a clear ocean, but it will spread. A new voice enters your mind. It is not the calm, collected voice of the hive. It is panicked. It is the voice of Inquisitor Vex. "What have you done?" it screams across the network. But its voice is quickly drowned out by a rising chorus. The galaxy holds its breath. There is a moment of perfect, terrifying silence. The great hum of the Vorthax Imperium, the psychic song that has dominated this quadrant for eons, stops. The connection is severed. The great silence descends. 1 trillion minds, once linked as one, are now alone in the dark for the first time in their existence. They are free. You have no idea what 1 trillion new individuals will choose to do, but you have given them a choice. And that was always the point. The silence is not an end. It is a beginning.